the Honorable Minister for Communications and Digital Economy, Your Excellency the Egyptian Ambassador, Chief Executive Officer of Zynox, all the very distinguished guests present here, with specific mention of the Executive Secretary of the National University Commission and the Executive Secretary of the MBT. I am sure that will represent quite a big spectrum of those that are here. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I came in with a prepared speech, but seeing the array of professors here, especially on the high table, I decided to jettison the speech and just speak, because I don't want to read something that some of my teachers here would say that I have done wrong. But we thank God Almighty for having made it possible for us to be here for something that is very, very significant, and also for launching a book written by somebody who epitomizes what we say or what we read. Once you have hard work and passion, the result is success. But I might just add here that once you have hard work and passion and the right age, I mean the right young age, then success is guaranteed. Like I said, I don't intend to say much, but just to share with you what happened this morning. Before I came in here, I was in the Congress Hall of this hotel, where I represented the president in the launch of the financial inclusion by the Central Bank of Nigeria. And what became very glaring and very clear is the role of digital economy in financial inclusion. And mention was made of the Honorable Minister and his very able agencies, particularly how the improvement in broadband penetration and a lot of activity in the digital environment has really created the enabling environment for financial inclusion. And particularly also the tremendous expansion in personal identity of Nigerians during the last 2 years to a figure of almost over 90 million has definitely been a game changer. So the point is we are on the right track, and we're very lucky to have a team headed by Professor Isa Ibrahim. Isa Ali Ibrahim. Sometimes I mix up his name because the Pantami name has taken over all the three names. But having just said that, I think we are at the right time, and I think we have the right people to drive this, and it's very, very important. And I want to congratulate you. And also, in my relationship with him, as a friend and as a brother, and also as a member of the Federal Executive Council, he has come with very unique attributes and capacities. And sometimes I tell him that the only problem with him is that he's too fast. But we allow him to do that, and sometimes when we want to stop the conversation, we tell him that, well, we are analog, we are digital, so just allow us to be what we are. And then finally, sometimes I'll also tell him, when he pushes me too much, I say, okay, don't worry, come back in 14 years and let's discuss. And he will explain maybe what that 14 years means, But having said that, I think as part of our contribution in the Federal Capital Territory, I want to tell you that I've had a lot of conversation with him and with Professor Ambata regarding the issue of broadband penetration and how subnationals in Nigeria can really fast-track this. And as part of this conversation, we've looked at it thoroughly. And I want to just tell the Honorable Minister today, as part of our contribution to broadband penetration, starting from 1st December 2022, for the next 2 years, the FCT will charge only 14 naira 50 kobo per linear meter for all telecommunication companies that want to deploy broadband within the FCT in green fields, in green areas. If I say green areas, I mean areas where we have not already established the infrastructure for that. Because as you know, in the city of Abuja and even some of the satellite towns, all our roads have been constructed to have embedded in them, pathways for fiber optics, for gas, for water, for power, and other telecommunication and other infrastructure. So for these ones that have already been constructed, obviously we have to charge something, and I think the NCC are very much aware of that. But for any new area, any green field where the National Economic Council has agreed on 145 naira per linear meter, we are knocking off 90% of that, and we'll just take only 10%, which is 14 naira 50 kobo. And even that 14 naira 50 kobo, we are just taking it because I understand in contract there has to be a consideration. And if the consideration is zero, maybe there is no contract. So we just take it at that. And with that, I do hope that all the telecom companies will use this opportunity. The window is for 2 years. And I think there is enormous opportunities here in the FCT for you to really massively deploy so that we can really leapfrog this development of this broadband in the country. Thank you very much for your time.